Good afternoon. Hi, I got someone waving back there. How are you guys? Hello, Patriots. Hello, CPAC. This is it really is like a homecoming coming to a CPAC event. It truly is family. How many of you have been to a CPAC event more than 2 or 3 times? Okay, I knew the front row. Well, Matt raised his hand. Of course you have, Matt. It's so good to see you. How many of you, this is your first CPAC event ever? Well, you're going to love it. Welcome to the family. You're all part of the family now. And I want to give Mercy and Matt a big thank you. Thank you for inviting me. Thank you for organizing this incredible event, this remarkable event to bring conservatives together from all parts of the globe to one of our favorite countries, Argentina. Isn't this a great place now? It's amazing. So it's amazing what we can do when we are committed to freedom and prosperity and safety and security. I also want to give a big muchas gracias to the MAGA president of Argentina, President Milei. He's incredible. And I do say MAGA because he has made Argentina great again, hasn't he? This is quite remarkable. Bravo. Bravo, Presidente Milei. I call him actually Presidente Afuera, because you all know what I'm talking about, right? That viral video with Afuera, Afuera, and he just he said, we're going to get rid of this, Afuera, Afuera. But I think because he's giving us such a huge welcome, I'm going to call him President Abrazo. I think that means hug, and I feel like since we've been here, Abrazo, abrazo. Since we've been here in Argentina, I feel like we have gotten a hug from the people of this great country. You've been through a lot, and some really bright days are ahead. And I know that we in America look to Argentina as what we can accomplish when we get our favorite president, Donald J. Trump, back in the White House. And that day is coming soon. So in both Argentina, I think the world is ready. Is the world ready for President Donald J. Trump to come back? I think so. We've truly witnessed the power of movements that challenge the political status quo and change the world. And what we're seeing here in Argentina is similar to what we're seeing in places like El Salvador and also in America. And I really want to see us spread this kind of movement across the globe. And I think with CPAC and with incredible leaders like Milei and Trump, we're going to see that. I love Milei's commitment to shrinking the government and promoting economic freedom. And I don't know if he knows this, but it has earned him the support of millions of Americans. We are literally cheering you on from America in Argentina. We are cheering on Argentina and really pushing for your success. And we've been really blown away at how quickly this success is coming. It's amazing. You know, you guys were in a world of hurt. In 2023, Argentina was struggling. The people were struggling. I don't have to tell you, many of you were struggling right there. 12 billion in debt to the central bank, 50% poverty rate. I don't even know, this number almost seems too big, but I looked it up. 7,500% inflation. This was dire straits. And then an outsider, a citizen, stood up and said, maybe I can help. And boy, has he helped Argentina. That outsider is now a phenom. He is a change agent. Milei, I kind of call him the heavily caffeinated version of Donald Trump. Heavily caffeinated. I think he puts the caffeine the coffee right into his veins in the morning. But in just about a year, he has pulled off the greatest economic turnaround ever. The greatest until January 2025, when we watch as President Trump is sworn into office again in America. And then we're gonna have even better success. We're rooting for it in America. Now, isn't it amazing? It's amazing what you can get done when you're working for the people and you're not controlled by the machine, the political machine. Milei's efforts to slash government spending, slash regulations have pulled Argentina out of the economic freefall that they were in. And those same actions are going to revitalize the American economy American safety on our streets starting in January. It's kind of like a kid on Christmas, and they're waiting for Santa Claus to come. I feel that way in America, but instead of waiting for, well, we're excited for Christmas, don't get me wrong. We are almost looking at January 20th as being another Christmas. We cannot wait to see the turnaround of our country. And with people like, have you all heard of DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency? This is going to be led up by two outsiders. Are you figuring out that it's the outsiders who are changing the world? And I'm sure you've all heard of Vivek Ramaswamy and Elon Musk, right? Well, they are going to be, the Americans who are here know exactly what they're going to be tasked to do. They are going to be tasked with going into our government and finding where it's inefficient, and I have a feeling they're going to find about 90% of it is inefficient, and they're going to be putting out ways that we can trim down the fat and cut our government. And I can't think of anybody better. You all know that Elon Musk helped save our First Amendment, our freedom of speech when he bought Twitter, and we appreciate that so much. And it was amazing because he goes into the San Francisco office of Twitter and he realizes there's a whole lot of employees there and they're not doing anything. And so he slashed about 80% of the, I use this term loosely, workforce at Twitter. He said, you guys aren't doing anything, and he slashed all those jobs. And then Twitter was more efficient than ever. So we're looking forward to him and Vivek getting into the government and helping us find a way to cut through all that fat, get rid of all that fat in our government. But it really is the rise of bold politicians who are outsiders, who, much like Milei and much like Trump, proves that the people, that we the people are sick of career politicians. We're sick of politics as usual. And we look at these career politicians, they've gotten so out of touch with the real people. They don't even know the problems that we the people are facing. And so it's really encouraging to see real people jump into politics like Milei. And the people, frankly, are done with the old way of doing politics. I think we're going to see a change worldwide when President Trump gets back into office and starts bringing back that prosperous America, that safe America once again. I already feel, and I don't know, tell me if I'm right, like the whole world took a big sigh of relief after that election when they found out, oh my goodness, President Trump's coming back. Now we've got a shot at peace and prosperity. You know, I kind of consider myself to be an outsider. I jumped into politics as just a mom who was fed up, as a former journalist who hated what was happening to my career in journalism, which I walked away from because it had just become propaganda. And so I stepped into politics, and oh boy, President Trump always says it's really corrupt. It's a lot more corrupt than you can imagine. But I will tell you what, there is a movement of moms who are fed up. And they're watching as governments and schools indoctrinate our children. They go after in America, they're going after our kids with this transgender ideology, trying to destroy our children. And the moms of the world are standing up saying, over my dead body, you will not get your hands on our kids. And I think it's a great movement. I really do. I'll tell you, when you throw moms into the mix, into politics, we're going to protect. We're like mama bears. We're going to protect our baby cubs, and if you get near them, we are going to shred you. And it's a fair warning right now, and we are warning the people out there that our kids are our future, and we will do everything we can to protect them. You know, the moms, we've got a different skill set. We've raised toddlers, we've raised teenagers. We've changed a lot of diapers in our lives. And politicians are kind of like diapers. You got to change them out very often for the same reason, if you get that. You got to think about that. Dirty diapers, I'll tell you what. The past few years we've had a government in America, our government has turned against the people. It's shocking because we have, a government that is by the people, for the people, of the people. That's how it was supposed to be. But in the past 3.5 years, our government has turned on the people. We saw that with how they treated President Trump, persecuting him, going after everyday people, the FBI showing up at their homes and harassing them. And we are looking forward to taming our government, getting it back so it is serving the people, not coming after the people. And this is all going to start in January, and I'm so encouraged by what we're about to see. As the world is teetering on World War III, I think that if we can get to January 20th with all hell breaking loose, we've got a real shot at ending these endless wars overseas. I know that we're already seeing Putin saying he wants to come to the negotiating table. We're going to be able to watch as that war wraps up. We're going to be able to watch as we restore peace and prosperity around the globe. And I want to talk a little bit about my state that I love so much. I don't know if you're from Argentina, know where Arizona is. How many of you know where Arizona is? The Grand Canyon state. There we go. I have watched, as I was running for office, the scourge of a weapon of mass destruction coming across our southern border, because we have a wide open border right now. And you're saying, wait a minute, I didn't know there was a weapon of mass destruction coming into America. It truly is a weapon of mass destruction. It's called fentanyl. It's a very powerful drug that has killed hundreds of thousands of Americans. And it is being launched, it's much like an opium war. It's being launched intentionally into our country through my state of Arizona. The Mexican cartels, along with the Chinese communist regime, working together to manufacture this drug, sending it across our borders. And it's killing our children. It's killing 16-year-olds and 17-year-olds and 20-year-olds. These young people are our future. So the cartels, along with the CCP, are going after our children. They're going after our future. And this is going to end. I'll tell you, when you, as I said, you get the moms and the dads out there, and when you start going after and killing our young people, there will be hell to pay. And we will, if you're going to try to kill and destroy our kids, we will destroy you. And so this is fair warning to the cartels in Mexico and to the CCP. We are coming for you. I know that Donald Trump is coming for you, and we will end the scourge of fentanyl killing our young people in America. And I can't wait. And I can't wait. Well, I also want to talk a little bit about our elections in Arizona and in our country. As you know, I think it's pretty obvious Joe Biden didn't really get 81 million votes. Is that pretty much common knowledge now? Okay. I mean, it's real simple math. He didn't get 81 million votes. But I've been pushing and pushing hard to get election integrity. We want to make sure our elections are run properly. They're not run for, right now we have an election that runs a month. They count votes for 20 days, and they expect us to think everything is on the up and up. And so I've worked really hard to fight for election integrity. And unfortunately, we're still not there. We just want every legal vote to count, but only the legal votes. And we're going to get there someday, but people have asked me, will you continue to fight? And I said, we're going to fight in a different way, and I believe it's going to be with help from President Trump. I don't see the sense in trying to fight unfair, corrupt elections in courts that are unfair and corrupt. It's hard to fight an election and restore faith in elections when the court systems are, in many cases, just as corrupt as the elections. And so I believe that President Trump will, as he promised, take on and root out fraud in our elections and prosecute people who committed fraud. And then we will once again have elections where we vote on one day with a paper ballot, we count the votes that day, and we go to bed that night and we know who the winner is. And I vow to work with President Trump to make sure that happens if he needs my help. And it just goes to show you that how important elections are, because you may have elections that are run well in your country, but when elections are fraudulent or there's cheating going on in America, we end up getting the wrong people in office, like Joe Biden. And look what has happened to the world with somebody like him. World War III, poverty, a world that is completely unstable. So an unfair or rigged election in one state or two states in America doesn't just affect the people in those two states, it affects everybody in America. And frankly, as we've seen over the past 3.5 years, it affects the entire world. And so I want to work with President Trump and make sure that we truly do reform our elections so that the people of America have faith in our elections again, and we have that peace and prosperity in the world. So I just want to thank everybody today for showing up for CPAC and realizing that the potential that we have in our future is all human potential. And when we get the right leaders who empower the people, push the government out of the way, we can accomplish anything. Thank you so much, CPAC, and thank you, Matt and Mercy, and thank you, Argentina. Viva Argentina, and Viva America. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.